my mouth and the meditations of all our hearts be always acceptable in your sight, O God, our strength and our salvation. Amen. Amen. I'm going to invite the string quartet to come and get themselves set up. Pay no attention to the musicians setting themselves up in the choir. During Advent, here at Christ Church, we experimented with a technique for faith story sharing. It involved members of our parish family introducing a favorite hymn by telling us how the hymn intersected with their faith journey. It was a wonderful addition to our Advent time of watching, waiting, and preparation. And I can speak for the whole congregation when I thank Mary Louise Van Dyke, Marion Mott, James Hausman, Griff Radulski, Dawn Yorko, Ross Peacock, and Dan Merrill, who volunteered, and in some cases were volunteered, for this task. A straw poll of our worship committee members indicates that this was a great success on many different levels, and so fair warning to the rest of you. Lent and Easter are only 8 and 14 weeks away, and I think we will want to hear more faith stories around hymns for those holy seasons. Just saying. But tonight is Christmas, and there was so much excitement around this experiment in evangelism that I was supported by our worship commission to follow suit tonight and use this time to share some of my own faith story around 3 hymns connected to the celebration of the Nativity. My immediate challenge was how to choose, because like most of you, I'm sure, I don't think I could just label 3 as my favorite, or my favorites. So I decided to take a slightly different approach in choosing, and I thought about aspects or experiences of faith which my hymn choices would reflect. We begin with hymn number 56 in your hymnal. O come, Emmanuel. And you're going to want to open your hymnal to that hymn, because we are going to sing certain verses of it. It is a much beloved Advent hymn based on the Latin O antiphons, of course, antiphons that are estimated to date back to the 6th century. Originally sung one on each of the 7 days leading up to Christmas, and in their original Latin form, all the verses begin with a long, drawn-out O to express longing, a longing for the appearance of the prayed-for Savior. And each verse describes Jesus the Christ in a different way. Emmanuel, God with us, as in Isaiah 7:14. The root of Jesse, as in Isaiah 11:10. The dayspring, as in Malachi 4:2. The key of David, as in Isaiah 22:22. And Adonai, or Lord, as in Exodus 3:15. As a hymn, we have some devout Anglicans to thank for the translation that we sing in our hymnal, John Henry Newman and John Mason Neal in particular. For many people, the powerful sense of longing in this hymn is equally conveyed by the medieval tune, Veni Emmanuel, associated with the text since, get ready for it, 1854, just the year before Christ Church Oberlin was officially founded. So why did I choose it and include it in our musical homily tonight? Well, I chose it in part because it sets the stage for what we Christians have been praying for, hoping for, working for, age after age. And I also chose it because, in some ways, for me, it represents a maturing of my own faith. I will tell you, frankly, that initially I did not like this hymn. I mean, I really didn't like it. As a child, whenever I heard the opening strings on the organ, I'm sure I rolled my eyes and perhaps even slammed my hymnal shut, much to my mother's dismay. I mean, really, there are 8 verses to this hymn, and as a kid, without much knowledge about music, I didn't consider the tune catchy enough. In fact, it was downright difficult to sing, to take enough of a breath, to get through all those long phrases. Yes, it's true. When I was a child, I thought like a child, and I didn't like this hymn at all. However, like Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and fine Kentucky bourbon, acquired a taste for it. Or maybe I should say, in my faith journey, it has grown on me. And that's the message that I want to share with all of us here, but especially with the young people that are here tonight, all you acolytes sitting up there in the sanctuary, and some of you that are down here in the congregation that I can see who are under the age of 20. And the message is this: stick around. Stick around the church. Stick around the church and it will grow on you. And faith will grow on you. And as we sing tonight, the verses indicated in your bulletin, I invite everyone to ponder this. What non-tangible gift are we longing for Christmas this year? How does our generation still wait